Hi everybody, it is day 53 of the 77-day video challenge. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I am going to do a narration reading of my husband's book, Zero Injuries, that he published last November through Amazon as an ebook. I've had people on my YouTube channel ask me to narrate books, and this is one I can do without copyright infringement. I'm going to just read the preface because he starts telling that this is the early access copy, and it's his storytelling. That's his method of getting the safety message out there. And what I'll do is I will share the link if you want to buy it on Amazon. I'll share it. Preface. Oh boy, this is a stupid idea. From the top of the hay barn with my brothers and I squeezed in tight on a carpet. It is too late to turn back now. In an instant, the last 2 days passed through my mind as we prepared a race down on our homemade backyard roller coaster. It all started the day before. Imagine you are lying next to my 6 brothers and me, John, Ed, Chuck, Andy, Matt, Justin, and little Sammy, from 14 years old down to 3 years old. It is a dull summer day in the country out in San Martin, California. Looking up at the deep blue summer sky with the clouds rolling in, Ed speaks up. It's the end of the summer. We need to do something fun. Little Sammy, my youngest brother, has golden blonde wavy hair, the face of an angel, but he can be a mischievous little devil. Little Sammy's face lights up as he points across the yard toward the hay barn. We all turn our heads and see it too. A beam of sunlight breaks through the clouds onto a magical sight. Towards the hay barn, we see numerous stacks of pallets with 12-foot lengths of old steel conveyor rollers stored on top. There are stacks next to the hay barn, others by the large oak tree, and smaller stacks closer to us by the tin sheds. The universe had laid it out before us with steel conveyor rollers of all sizes. I declare, Hail, brothers, we know what we need to do. Let's make a backyard roller coaster off the back of the hay barn. Dad could not bear to see good material thrown away at the corporate building where he works. And a ½ acre of his collection in the back pasture proves it. A common occurrence is to see my dad pull into the driveway with his truck piled 11 feet high with wooden pallets. My brothers and I used them to make towers, tree forts, even a backyard roller coaster. As the oldest of 7 boys in my family, no girls, I led the effort. The 7 of us, not in months or weeks, but in 2 days, with 57 pallets and 45 feet of conveyor rollers, we create our own backyard roller coaster off the top of the hay barn. There was no common sense applied here. All 7 brothers start working. There is no plan. We restack pallets to create the rickety wooden frame stretching from the barn around the oak tree out to the yard. Matt climbs to the top of the stack as Andy and I hoist up the conveyor rollers 12-foot lengths to him. Chuck hooks up extension cords, and with the help of Lil Sammy, atop the stacks of pallets, the two of them stretch holiday lights along the edge of the rollers. Justin is painting the face of the stacks of pallets with a bright colored scheme of blue and yellow stripes. It is getting late, and it is dark as Ed puts the finishing touches on his mural across the side. Ed's an artist, by the way. A fantastic painting of a sandy beach with a surfer hanging 10 on a giant wave. After 13 and a half hours, we stop to look at our creation. Chuck is atop the hay barn as he prepares to launch a test run with two big tires resting on a piece of carpet. From the hay barn on these steel rollers mounted so high, the carpet with two big tires begins moving down the ramp with a click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. Faster and faster it goes. The towers of pallets are shaking rigorously. One stack begins to sway, but Lil Sammy grabs a rope. Justin and Matt join him as they pull on the rope and hold the stack of pallets steady. The carpet with the two tires slides to the left. In the middle of the ride, the carpet shoots off the track. The tires bounce high into the air. The first tire strikes the tin shed with a massive crash and puts a big dent on the side. The second tire bounces over the side gate, never to be seen again. My brothers and I feel bummed. It is apparent our project is a failure. It was late, and we would not be able to work on until morning if the homemade amusement ride is still standing. In the early morning, we get up to eat breakfast with Dad. All 7 of us are sulking and shuffling our feet. My dad says, "Why are you boys dilly-dallying? There is so much you can do. When the 7 of you put your mind to do something, there is nothing that stops you." As Dad heads off to work, the 7 of us are energized by his words. I speak up. Dad's right. We can do this. We march out to the backyard and spend the rest of the morning making improvements. Ed and I strap down pallets. Chuck and Andy fasten the come-along winch from the large oak tree to the barn to strengthen the wooden structure. And Matt and Justin add 2x4s braces to the framework. "Is it done?" asked Justin. "It is done as much as can be expected for a backyard roller coaster," I reply. All 7 brothers from the base are staring up at the crazy creation. Pallets and conveyor rollers with cargo straps going one way and come-along devices, chain and ropes are going in the other direction. "Let's do this," I say as I lead my brothers to the top of the hay barn and take in the scene looking out over the property and the neighbor's yard. "Wow, you don't realize how much you can see from up here," Chuck declares with a little hesitation in his voice. We were all nervous and having second thoughts, but no one wants to be the brother that backs out. You know, Dad is right. When the 7 of us put our minds to do something, there is nothing that can stop us. We look at this engineering feat with great pride and big smiles on our faces. Smiles turn to biting one's lips as we step up to the edge. Ed and I hold the large carpet as the brothers climb on board with little Sammy in the front. Justin scoots in behind him with a leg to the left and a leg to the right. One by one, each brother, from youngest to oldest, scoots out onto the carpet. We squeeze in tight with our legs alongside the one in front of us. Oh boy, this is a stupid idea. With my heart pounding in my chest, I get in position, and my hands gripping the door frame is the only thing keeping us from flying down this wild ride. Without all 7 of us squeezed in tight on the large carpet, we did not have the traditional safety message. Keep hands, arms, and feet inside the ride at all times. No, our brief safety message from me is, here we go, hang on tight. And with that, I release my grip on the door frame. At first, it is just a click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. We could feel each roller under us. Then it speeds up. Click, 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 faster and faster. Yahoo! Hollers out little Sammy. Woohoo! And oh yeah, comes from the other brothers. The carpet is not going straight. It is twisting, and halfway down, we went flying off the track. It is funny how times like this, time stands still. We are 7 brothers flying on a magic carpet that suddenly loses its magic. We drop out of the air, and with a thud, it is a pile of boys with legs, arms, and mud everywhere. With lots of groaning and moaning, the brothers on the top pull out their arms and legs from the snarled mess. At the bottom, little Sammy is face down and not moving. Oh no, is he okay? All 6 brothers are at his side and stunned, not knowing what to do. Little Sammy lies motionless. Then he breaks out with giggles. That was fun! Let's do it again! We all start giggling, which turns into roaring laughter. All he got was mud from head to toe, and he is fine. We make one upgrade and add stacks of old couch cushions and foam at the bottom. Follow me, brothers. Rather nervously, they followed me to the top for another run. I do not have the common sense to realize just how dangerous this ride is. As the big brother, it is my job to keep an eye on my brother's safety and make sure they do not get hurt. I realize I failed. I did not consider the hazards of a backyard roller coaster. After years of bruised bodies, broken bones, and mud everywhere, I had to pay the price. It was my fate to become a safety manager. Now I have so much common sense it hurts. On the construction site, a man pulls the rope connected to the weak pulley overhead to lift a bucket of bricks. Ow! I could see what would happen next. Down the street, cleaning her gutters, the neighbor lady is standing next to the top step of the 6-foot step ladder. She stretches and reaches far to the left. Ouch! I knew that was about to happen. On my street, 3 teens are on the top of their roof, sitting on skateboards, about to take a wild ride down a steep slope. And there was no mud puddle to soften their fall. After more than 20 years of coordinating with managers and supervisors, coaching workers, and helping teams identify hazards, I realized I need to share my message. I need to share the strategies and stories leading employees to safety so we can all have 0 injuries. And that is the end of the early access. I hope you enjoyed that little tidbit. My husband tells that story, and he tells it much more animated than I did. I was just reading. And that is all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.